YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on the channel as we're back here for some more action with the Jacksonville Jaguars here in Mission Recondition, as we're on the prowl here with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Episode 9 here today as we're finishing up the regular season, and we're going to kick it off here against the Titans of Tennessee. As Titans right now coming in this game here 8-7 for the season so far here. And the last time we played against the Titans, we're back in week 3 back in Nashville, as we were able to defeat them 31-16 in that matchup. And of course, since then things have definitely changed. We're 14-1 going into week 17, looking to get another victory. Of course, we had a really close call in the previous episode, if you guys remember, against the Raiders. And this time around, we are trying to avoid that and, of course, try to get a nice, healthy win here over the Titans. And of course, this is the matchup from last time. Levis, 28 of 44 for him, 261 touchdown. Trevor Lawrence had a great game, over 250 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. And of course, on the ground, Lawrence had 4 carries for 50 yards. Johnson had 16 of 71 there for us in that game. So it was a really nice matchup there for us, and we did a great job. And we're, of course, hoping to have at least the same kind of outcome that we had in the previous meeting between these two teams. Of course, Gabe Davis had 2 touchdowns, 4 catches for 93 yards in that game. Christian Kirk, who is going to be out for the next couple of weeks with the broken collarbone, he had a nice game. He had 2 touchdowns of his own in that game, and of course, he's been greatly missed because in that Raiders game, we could have really used him and help us out to get that to get the victory. Excuse me. Which we barely won because we won by a single point because for whatever reason, the Raiders decided to go for it on a 2-point conversion, and they did not convert that conversion and try to go up by 1. So, yeah, go figure. But our defense, it's pretty much the same aspect of this game from the previous time we played against the Titans. We're going to, of course, try to stop Levis from in the short passing game. Try to defend that as best as we possibly can there. Titans have now, Titans thrown 52% of the time as they run 48% of the time. And of course, Tony Pollard's going to be that guy who in the last game, I believe he had 10 carries for 95 yards and no rushing touchdowns. Of course, there you see the NFL playoff picture right now. If the season ended today, we would be number 1 seed in the AFC. In the NFC, it would be the Eagles. And then you see the matchups right there. Kansas City, of course, hosting the Chargers. Bengals, Steelers game right there. That'd be a nice matchup. And of course, the Jets will be facing the Broncos, who are playing very well. Jets have been playing. We've seen them in the last episode as well. Came up with a nice victory against them. Still get an interception, taking it back for a pick 6, and then of course winning the ball game with another turnover from Aaron Rodgers. And of course, today, as you take a look here, we're talking with with our team here about this game, and we're talking to Trevor Lawrence here about what the offense needs to do here. And I feel like we need to run the ball a little bit more. Johnson had a tough week last week against the Raiders. They did not let us score with him really at all, and really we had a tough time moving the ball. So this week we're going to try to see if we can do that a lot more better than we did last week. So our main focus this week is going to try to run the football, try to see what we can do here. Of course, that if we run the ball and we're successful with it, then we can open up the playbook a little bit more, throw down the field, and try to defeat this defense. Will Levis, like I mentioned before, we're going to have the same kind of play scheme here from last time we faced against him. He's really good at the short passing game. He has a really good deep passing, but his short passing rating here this season is actually been pretty well. So we kind of want to focus on that and see what we can do with that. Obviously, over 3,408 yards for this, 3,408 yards, for the season, 24 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, and of course, Sneed we're going to be looking at him as well. As, of course, we're going to try to avoid the deep and mid-range. Well, we might get into a little bit of the mid-range there, but I think for in this game here, just like we did last time, we did a better job with the short passing game, obviously with the run as well. It's going to hopefully come in favor in this one, because that's what we're going to try to work around this week. Because last week we're not doing so well with the run, but Sneed, one of those guys there that has a great defensive play skill set out there in the secondary. 57 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 6 interceptions this season. That's why I kind of want to make sure we get away from him, especially against this guy right here. And we're going to have to run the ball, hopefully, in the inside here. But Jeffrey Simmons, one of the, by far, one of their best right ends here. One of the decent right ends in the Major League, in the National Football League. 14 and a half sacks this season, 14 TFLs, and, of course, 57 tackles for him. And he will definitely be lurking around. And the young man from, or I should say the 5-year guy from Mississippi State, definitely going to be trying to do some damage there to our offense, especially our halfback and our quarterback. And of course, DeAndre Hopkins, their wide receiver here, not necessarily 1,000 yards, but he has 4 touchdowns this year. It's kind of an off year for him. He's not been really explosive, but saying that, that's definitely going to probably be different here in today's game. He'll probably get a lot of opportunities, the ball's thrown to him. Of course, there you see our injuries, and of course, they have Murphy and Spears who are out for at least for the next week or two. And of course, I got some upgrades as usual. Upgrade some of our secondary players here. Now, when it comes to these last 2 games, the question of, okay, do we keep the full team out there? Do we keep first team? How many reps do they get here? And that's the thing. It's kind of tough to figure that out, because depending on how well we're playing right now, I kind of wouldn't mind, stuffing some numbers for some players here for the final 2 games of the season. But at the same time, we want to make sure we have guys that are going to be healthy. So it's just going to be playing by ear. We'll see if we're going to move some guys out and remove them from the field here. As you see, our injuries right here, and some notable ones: ETN, obviously, and of course the broken collarbone there for Kirk. But yeah, we're gonna play it by ear here. We'll see what we can, what our team can do here. If we can get a big win here today in both these games, because today we're gonna be showcasing this game with the Titans, and we're gonna show the first quarter, and then we'll jump we'll kind of sim the second and third quarter. And then we'll jump to the fourth quarter and see that fourth quarter, a couple of drives from that in that quarter as well in this game. And then, of course, in the second game, we'll take it on the Indianapolis Colts. And, of course, you got Richardson playing very well here in the last couple of weeks. And we'll check him out and see what he does here. So that's pretty much the game plan here for today's episode. As we did get a quick 3-and-out there on the Titans. As we're back here on the field here, we got Johnson, who's going to run this one here. And like I said, last game, there you see, last week, 21 carries, 99 yards. He did have a rushing touchdown towards the end there, but getting him close to 100 yards for the day, it was tough. It was brutal. We had a tough time there with that Raiders defense. Max Cosby and a couple other linemen there gave us a really tough time running the ball there, like we have been here early on this season. And, of course, it's going to get tougher as we go along here, as we see a nice pass there going to Brian Thomas, who had a hell of a catch there in that Jets game. And, of course, he had a couple nice catches as well in the Raiders game, and hopefully we'll see him do a lot more. But Johnson, on the other hand, he had a really tough start there. He had, I think, at the first half, I think he was getting maybe close to 3 to 3.5 yards a carry. And then it started to be getting that 5.5, 6 yards a carry here. So we got to get the running game going on here early, as we see a sack or a nice tackle there. That is going to be on our quarterback, as hopefully he's able to get up, as that was a nice hit there from the defensive lineman there for the Titans. Now 3rd and 4 coming up here. We're on our own 48-yard line, trying to cross the 50 here. And we'll see here a nice run here from Lawrence as he takes this one in. He's going to slide. Thank goodness he does, as he gets to the Titans 20 or 36-yard line for a beautiful run there. Nice first down there. And we'll see how this drive will continue. As we'll see now, Lawrence here dropping back in the pocket here. He has to throw that one away as he just cannot find nobody in there. I'm glad he is making those good reads here, not forcing nothing down the field here. He's learning, getting better and better at that as the season's going along here. So see a quick pass there. That's going to be a screen. That's going to go to Johnson as he's just a yard short there. And they're going to say about a couple of inches short there on getting that first down. So it'll be a 3rd and inches coming up here. Obviously, we're probably going to run the football here. So don't be surprised if there's a lot of men in the box here. Hopefully we can just blast it right through. We're going to see a quick pass there. That's going to go to Gabe Davis. And they're going to throw that one. And that's going to be an incomplete pass, as now we'll see a 4th and inches coming up. So we'll kick a field goal here. This will be near a 40, I would say about a 45-yard kick. The kick is up, and it is good. And we're able to get the first points of the day here in this one, as we get 3 points on the board here for the Jaguars, as we got the lead here with 6:22 left. And we'll see now what the Titans will do here on their next drive. 1st and 10 here, ball their own 25-yard line. Levis will hand off this one off to Tony Pollard. Pollard's going to come out of the backfield, and he's going to get about 3 on that carry. Put in there at their own 28-yard line. So it's a beautiful day here in northern Florida. As, of course, we're ready to go here, getting ready and amped up and seeing ourselves in the playoffs here as we got a first-round bye, which I don't think we've ever had. I don't think the Jaguars have ever had that in their entire existence in the NFL. But it's definitely a treat, and only you would see that here in Madden. And really, truly, I've been asked, what have I done for this series? How have I got that? I haven't really did anything. The only thing I've really done is make sure we run the ball like we're supposed to on the short downs. It doesn't always necessarily work, but I really have not really did anything with their with the playbook. We're playing on all pro, no slider sets at all, just the generic out of the box slider set here that we're using. Nothing's being changed to benefit myself or the computer, because the computer it's CPU versus CPU. So we're just basically trying to put the guys out there, kind of mixing things up. As you see Mahomes now in the race now for the MVP here. We got to try to get that back here. But anyway, we're really truly, we have not doing nothing special or anything different here. We're just running certain plays on certain downs. That's the only thing I've done with the playbook. But for the most part, we're just trying to find the right personnel for those certain formations, and swapping guys in and out from time to time. That's pretty much all we're really doing for this series. It's kind of a generic series that you see out here. It's kind of a CPU versus CPU that a lot of people are doing here on YouTube. So there's nothing really, we're just trying to find the right plays and put the right person out there, obviously, to help us get wins. And of course, a lot of the games have been very close, which, I'm shocked. We have a 14-1 record right now. And of course, we just have the right team, I guess, for this season. Hopefully that will carry on as we go into the playoffs, because that playoffs will definitely be different. Always is when you get to that quote unquote second half of the season. So far this drive is looking pretty good here, Trevor. Just finding the right passes here, and there you see, that's what I'm talking about right here. Right personnel, right timing, and they get in the end zone here. Touchdown, Jaguars! As Brian Thomas Jr. is going to get this one here. Look at this pass, and he is wide open, and a nice lead there from Trevor Lawrence as he's able to get in the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. And to be really quite honest, I figured we're going to be I really feel like we would be a second place team throughout the season, maybe a third place team. We have to deal with the Colts, but we've already defeated them once. We still got to play them again here in the season finale. This will be our second time playing against the Titans, and of course we've already shown ourselves to the Texans as we were able to defeat them twice. So we could go with a clean sweep here in the in today's episode here by winning this game, of course, and then of course if we can defeat the Colts, we pretty much was untouchable in this division. So yeah, but don't want to get too far ahead here, as we have a 10-point lead right now, as we got about a minute left here in the first quarter. 3rd and 8 coming up, as Levis here going to drop the football here, and this is what I'm talking about, defense showing up and showing out here, making a great defensive stop as Hamilton is able to make the stop. Great play there from him as he's able to strip that ball from Levis. And I don't know what he was thinking there. He should have had better ball security there. Yeah, he just drops it and then kind of loses his spot where he thinks of the ball's at there. And then next thing you know it, Hamilton, the big boy there, on top of that football. So there you see Trevor Lawrence, first place right now with 4,100 plus yards here so far this season. Got a great opportunity here to put up another 7 points on the board here as we see the run here, and it's going to be a quick stop. But we're able to get some positive yards there. Actually get 8 yards on that carry. I'm surprised. So now, as you see, one of our teammates, one of our linemen, going to go to the sideline here, and that's been an issue here. We've been having a lot of injuries, and of course, I have the injuries set at I think like 12 or 13. Might have to tone it down a little bit for next season, as I've been just seeing a lot of. I want to see injuries. I want that to be an issue for us when it comes to player management, trying to next man up and figure out who's going to fit that role better for us. But it just seems like it's just too often. But it is what it is, and that'll be it for the first quarter. As we're at the 1 yard line, I think we'll go ahead and before we get to simming the second quarter here, we'll try to see if we can get a score here from Jacksonville on this drive. So we'll take a little bit of a peek here in the second quarter here on this drive. Let's see if they can score here. As the ball's on the 1 yard line, handoff to Johnson. He is going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars, as Johnson able to get in the end zone and doing a little dance in the end zone there, showing off his dancing skills. And he's able to get himself into the end zone. And that's going to put us up by 17 as we have a 17-0 lead. Go ahead and sim now the second quarter. And we'll also sim right through the halftime and, of course, third quarter. We'll jump back in the fourth quarter and see what we can do here. We'll hopefully we'll hold on to this lead, or hopefully extend this lead a little bit more than from what we currently have it right now. But so far, looking pretty good for our team. As this, like I said, this has been a fun team to. When I decided to do this series, originally I was going to do this series with the first series was going to be against the first team we were going to do this with was Kansas City back in Madden 20. I think it was Madden 20. But I never did. I could never get the series off the ground or anything like that. And so when I decided, like, hey, this will be the year we're going to do it. I want to do it in this Madden, and I want to do it with Jacksonville. I'm like, hey, this will be a good series. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun trying to build a team because I've never really done this before. Build a team from, just and basically not worry about playing the games, just have to build the team and just kind of figure out, okay, what guys are going to go where, how we're going to draft, and just build a team that way. This is something different. And I kind of want to do that for eventually at some point here for the college. So look out for that here in the near future when we try to do that. So far, we have a nice lead here, 31-0. As we're going to the half, get ready to go to the half here, and this game is just running away. Now, I would imagine we would probably put in some second string guys in here, see what our second string guys can do here, and see how this is going to turn out. Because really, true, we don't need to be, getting our other players here hurt as we go along here in the course of this game here. Because right now. We have a pretty good lead now, 31-7, as we are getting to the final minutes here of the second, finish up the first half here, and getting ready to go to halftime. As you see Tennessee trying to do their best to try to stay alive in this game here, but it's pretty much, I would imagine this is pretty much over with. But things can definitely change here as we get to the second half. So as we go to halftime, it is 31-14. So now we'll start the second half here in the third quarter, and we'll see what our guys can do. And so far, we have not really scored too much here, especially in the latter half of that second quarter. So we definitely got to try to turn things around here as we go into the third quarter. Try to get some points on the board here any way we can, and not make this any closer than what it really needs to be. As Ridley there trying to help out the team here as Tennessee trying to move the ball through the passing game here. And there you see a couple of plays here now. Offensively, we're out here, and it'd be nice if we could at least put up 7 on the board here before this quarter is really over with. So we have good footing here to help us out for the most part here. As we do, we're able to make a score there. So nice job there, Jacksonville, as it now makes it 38-14. So we should have a pretty good, comfortable lead going in the fourth quarter. We'll jump in real quick, see what we can do, see if we can get a healthy drive of some sort going for ourselves there, and try to see how well this defense, because right now this defense is playing well. Okay, I spoke too soon now. Defense does give up actually 8 points there. They give up a 2-point conversion as well as the touchdown. So, all right, Tennessee's starting to fight back here, which is, I'm kind of expecting it, because we are stemming this. But we'll see what else we can get ourselves going here, as we'll jump in here now to the fourth quarter. So 2nd and 16 coming up here for Jacksonville, as we do have the ball. And Trevor Lawrence still out here. And, of course, we're just not necessarily trying to pad some stats here, but just trying to make a statement here, as I kind of want to keep him still battle-tested, battle-worn. I think, honestly, I was debating about this in this game, to set him out for the remainder of this game here. But with the score the way it is, and of course, we want to kind of win this game, and so we can be able to show the dominance that we've had so far of this division this year. I went ahead and just kind of kept him in here. So that was a great pass there. Got the first down. And here we are now going on a 1st and 10. And a pass. They were trying to zip that one in the back of the end zone there. But the defense all over that one there. So we'll go now to a 2nd and 10 coming up. As we'll see play action here. Pass there. That's going to go to the tight end who gets the catch. And that's going to be at the 7-yard line. So now 3rd and 7. Ball on the 7-yard line. As we'll see here. Oh, we got to get rid of the football here. As we waft that one away, and no one's going to get to that one at all. As that's just going to be an incomplete pass. And we'll have to probably just settle for 3 here, as it is a 4th and 7. So we are going to kick a field goal here, and we'll see what we can do, as this is about a 25, 26 yard field goal attempt, and this one is good. So great job there. Unfortunately, not what we really wanting at the from the get-go there on that drive. It was a promising drive, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to settle for 3, as Levis here has 3 touchdowns here in today's game. He's been doing pretty good here, trying to get his team back in this ball game, but it's 41-22. Let's see another quick pass there. That's going to be completed there to Calvin Riley, who's over 100 yards for the day on 7 catches. And he has definitely been trying to help his team try to get things going here in the, especially here latter in this the second half here. See another quick pass. That's going to be a reception, and that's going to be another first down here. As Riley is now grabbing his shoulder, and he is in pain. As he's going to sit there at the trainer's table. So no Calvin Ridley there on this drive here. Now we'll see if we can now try to kind of wrap this up, as Levis here throws this one there, and that's going to be a quick reception as Savage makes a play. And now another Titan is going to have to come off the field here, as he's grabbing his shoulder, and that'll be the lineman. He'll have to come off the field, and now another man has to step in here to take over the offensive line duties. 2nd and 5, ball on the 49-yard line. Levis here drops back in the pocket. He is scrambling. He's going to get hit hard. He's going to drop the football again. And the football is going to be recovered by the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. Great play there from the defense. As I think that is Armstead who gets that one there. As he's able to make a nice recovery there on that fumble. And we're able to get control here now. And really, we can, if we just need to get a touchdown here, we could just pretty much say this game is pretty much over with. As you see the touchdown, rushing touchdown numbers there for the QBs this season. And our boy Lawrence right in the mix there with Jalen Hurts and company. As they both have 9 apiece. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception so far for Trevor Lawrence here. And we have another receiver going down here, as that is not really good. So maybe I should have taken out some of those guys there. But, of course, you know, we got a lot of guys hurt here too. So a lot of these guys have to play, especially in the wide receivers. We got, Christian Kirk out, and I think we have another wide receiver that's out. So we're kind of limited to some of the, some of the positions are kind of limited. Like, hey, we got to keep some of these guys out there. We can't really take them out of the game. As Johnson going to get drilled in the backfield there. A loss of a couple of yards on that play. It's going to be a 4th and 4 coming up. And again, we got to settle for a field goal here. And this one is going to be up here. It's about a 30-something, about a 36, 37-yard kick. And there's a penalty here. And it looks like it's going to be rough for the kicker. It's going to be on Tennessee. That's a 12-yard penalty. That's an automatic first down. So we brought life was brought back into us here by the defense of the Titans, giving us a free play. So we get the ball at the 12-yard line here on their 12. We'll see if we can try to get this one in the end zone as we got a man in motion. And Lawrence here drops back in the pocket, scrambling around here, and he is going to lose this one as he drops back too far. And that is going to cost us here, as we got to try to get that yardage back here. He could have easily threw it to Johnson. I don't know what he was thinking there, because Johnson was wide open in that screen. He could have gave it to him, but I think Lawrence was just trying to do too much, and Landry was right there to make the stop as he gets the tackle. So we're back at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 21. Got to get this one inside the 10. Or actually, we got to get this one near the 5 to get the first down. And so, we're going to get sacked again. We're going to go backwards even more. So, of course, Jeffrey Simmons right there on the tackle. Nice job there from him. It puts us now at 3rd and 31. So, obviously, it's going to be a passing situation here. We're still in field goal range. But, yeah, Trevor Lawrence, you got to get rid of that ball there, especially when you got a guy like Simmons who just can burst off that line and come right at you. Ears pinned back and such. So now, ball on the 33-yard line. We're just going to be smart here. We're going to run this one here and try to get in position at least to get a field goal as Hooker gets the tackle. And the ball's going to be placed at the 31-yard line for a 4th and 29. So 4th and 29 coming up here. We're about to see about a 42-yard field goal attempt. And this is up, and it is good. As that one goes right through the uprights here. No problem at all. And, of course, it'd been better if we could get the touchdown there off of that Will Levis fumble. But, unfortunately, we have to settle for 3. And hopefully our defense will now, hopefully they got put a little frightened in Will Levis already, giving up coughing up the ball now twice for us. And both times we're not able to really make a decent score off of it. Do get points off of it, but not what we wanted, which is a touchdown. So 1st and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. Levis here rifles this one up the middle. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a 2nd down here. It's going to be a 2nd and 3 to be exact at the 35-yard line. So open backfield. Levis in the shotgun. Drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here. Pocket about to crumble. Finds his receiver. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be Hopkins on the catch, as he gets well enough there for the first down. So 1st and 10, ball on the 43 with 4:39 left here in the quarter. As we'll see, Levis here drops back in the pocket. He's being chased down. He's got to throw it away, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. And I'm sure he is really wishing that his offensive line would do a better job of protecting him. He is. I think he's been running. He's been definitely been running way too much here in today's game, but that's fine by us defensively. As we see the catch, and that catch is going to be caught there as Oluokun there will, of course, get the catch for the first. So they are now moving down to the 39-yard line here in Jacksonville territory. They'll get another catch. That's going to be a gain of 4. As they run a no huddle, they have all their timeouts. As Levis here throw this one up there, that's going to be caught, and it's going to be there at the 18 as Hopkins gets the catch. Levis again moves his guys up on the line here quickly as he's trying to get down the field here and trying to not use up any of his timeouts, but he is going to be intercepted, and that is going to be by Tyson Campbell. As Tyson Campbell showing what he can do here, and he's definitely one of our key players on the defense, especially in the secondary. As he makes a nice interception here right in the passing lane there. Intended, I think it was for their tight end, yeah. And Campbell reads it off very well as he sees that ball is going to be short and manageable there for him. And now we get field position here at our own 19-yard line. So let's see if we can try to get something going here with 3:12 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll hand this one off to Johnson. Johnson running this one here. And Johnson just getting out of that backfield and getting to the 31-yard line for a huge first down for the Jaguars. So Tennessee had a great drive going there for themselves, but of course the ball was underthrown there by Levis, and now defense now have to come out here and try to get it back. As we'll see a play clock running down to 3. Hand off to Johnson again, and Johnson got to be met by a couple of tacklers there, that Hooker being the main one there on the tackle. As now we get to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter here in Jacksonville, as Jacksonville fans are about to celebrate a 15-1 season. We'll see what they can do here, as obviously going to be smart here, keep the ball on the ground. Run this one with Johnson as a timeout is being called, and I believe it's an injury timeout. As we'll see Sweat here for the Titans will have to come off the field. So 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball the 35-yard line. Under 2 minutes now here for Jacksonville. As we'll see Johnson. Oh, oh my goodness. Simmons read that one very well there. Timed it perfectly. Get out of the backfield and gets the great stop, and will be forced to punt. So there you see Will Levis' numbers here so far here today, with of course 3 touchdowns but 2 interceptions, I think he had either 1 or 2 interceptions, and of course 2 fumbles from him. Not a great day, decent day passing, but really a tough day of just trying to get this ball down the field here, as he's been just brutalized by our defense. And now he is trying to fight back here with 1:12 left here in the fourth quarter, trying to get back into this ball game here, but this one's pretty much out of reach for him. As see here, a quick pass there to the left-hand side. That's going to be thrown, and that is going to be caught by, I think, Austin. Well, there. He will get the catch, as he'll get the first down. Ball on the 40-yard line. Well, Levis here, throwing this one there quickly to a screen pass. That's going to go to Tony Pollard. Pollard's going to have to fight his way to try to get to that first down marker, but he is going to lose by group of Jags there waiting for him. Levis now here on 2nd and 6. He's going to go down the field here. Throw a screen pass there. I think he went past the line of scrimmage there, and that's going to be a forward pass. And it's going to be on the offense, and that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be I believe a 3rd and 11 for him. As we'll see what the Jacksonville Jaguars will decide. And they decide to accept that penalty. So now 3rd and 11 coming up. 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Levis here drops back in the pocket. He's going to be chased down by Hamilton, and Hamilton is going to be able to get the stop. He's trying to get everybody on the line. He does finally. 4th and 25. Levis here throws this one up there. That is going to be intercepted. And with 16 seconds left here, Lloyd gets the interception. Great play there from the defense, and Levis he's pretty much well done as he throws that one right there. Great play there as Lloyd gets it right in front of the tight end there on that reception. As well, just gets Levis, or I should say Lloyd, just steps right in front of the receiver, snags it. And that's going to be a kneel down here for Jacksonville, as Jacksonville able to walk out of here at their own home, able to defeat Tennessee now along with Houston, beating twice in a season here, both home and away. Jacksonville wins this one 44-22. So tough day there for Will Levis and for the Titans there. But nonetheless, a great game there for us as we do just a bang-up job there, especially defense stepping up, showing what they can do here in today's game, and just causing a lot of fits there for us. And, of course, we could have scored a lot more if our offense could have just did something with those turnovers that we had. But nonetheless, we're satisfied. This game's over with. We got the win. And we did a great job there. So, final score 44-22 is your final here in Jacksonville. I have to take a look at the final numbers here. We, of course, +5 for us. Of course, we had that one interception there from Trevor. We'll forget about that. We'll forgive him for that one there. And, of course, time possession, 26 minutes, 32 seconds. For them, is 17 minutes, 28 seconds. Trevor Lawrence, 22 of 31, 203. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He completed 74% of his passes. A great performance from him. And now we just have one more game in the regular season here for him to play. And hopefully we can win that one as well against the Colts. As we'll see, Johnson there, 19 carries, 56 yards, and a tutty for him. He had 3 broken tackles in the game. And then, of course, there you see our receiving core there. Devin had 6 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown. Ingram, 5 catches for 51, no touchdown for him. Gabe Davis, 4 catches, 49 yards, a touchdown. He's been doing a great job for us. And, of course, Thomas as well. 2 touchdowns, 66 yards, and a touchdown there for him. Defensively, Lloyd had an interception there, which was a great job to end the game. He led the team with the most tackles with 11. Hines Allen had the most tackle for loss, which is I find weird. 2 for him, and of course he had the most sacks. He had 2 sacks. Hamilton had a sack as well. And then Campbell had 2 interceptions. Wingnard had 1 interception, and Lloyd, of course, had an interception as well. It was kind of weird not seeing too many tackle for loss that we've normally been seeing here week to week. I don't know what the production-wise why it's going down so much, but this was by far, I think this is one of maybe 2 games that we've had, only 2 people with a tackle for loss, more than 1 tackle for loss in a game. Normally we have guys have multiple, but for whatever reason today, which is not the case. Will Levis, 30 of 39, 323, 4 interceptions, 3 touchdowns for him. He completed 76% of his passes. His longest pass, of course, 58 yards. And then, of course, Tony Pollard there tried to help us do his best there, but just not much there for him. The run was just kind of non-existent there for the Titans. Calvin Ridley, 8 catches for 125 yards, a touchdown for him. Hopkins, 7 catches for 65 yards and a tutty for him. And Tyler Boyd, 1 tutty for 3 receptions and 52 yards, I believe, for him for the day. Take a look at the defensive numbers here for the Titans, and like I said, the Titans just really could not defensively they couldn't really hold us down too much there. They did a little bit there in the first half, but really in the first quarter, but then the second half, our offense just exploded and just did what they wanted. They're out there on the field. Jeffrey Simmons, 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. He also had a sack in the game. Landry, 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss from him. Murray had the interception. That there was the only interception from us that Trevor threw. But overall, great game, great performance from our guys here. And, of course, that gives Trevor Lawrence a chance now to earn some skill points here. He has 3, actually, to burn off here today. So we're going to put him in field general, I believe. And that's going to help us get him somewhere close to, I think, 84 overall if he uses all 3 here. And that is going to be a huge upgrade for us as we go into the postseason. And of course, going into this next game here against the Colts. Tyson Campbell also had a nice little upgrade there on his man-to-man, so that's going to be helpful. And, of course, the podcaster Ryan Clark, former Steeler, talking about, the game and how Pollard was going to outplay us there. Well, he didn't. We quieted the critics, especially Ryan Clark, and we did a great job there. So the player's going to earn 6,000 XP, which is nice. It's going to be helpful. Now, unfortunately, in that game, we had a broken collarbone there for our middle linebacker, Oluokun. He's going to be out for 6 weeks. This is a horrible time for him to be having a broken collarbone because he's one of our defensive staples. I don't understand. I don't have the slider set. Okay, for the slider for injuries, it's not up high. It's at, I think I dropped it down to like 11, and we're still getting these crazy injuries and stuff. So, yeah, that is, I swear that's going to probably be our Achilles heel going in the postseason. We don't have guys like, ETN and all them because of injuries, and it's just killing us here, or at least killing me. So the last time we played against the Indianapolis Colts there, we won 45-24 at home. This game here this week is a road game for us, as we have to head to Indy for this one. And last time we played against them, it was pretty good. We were able to really turn things around there, especially in the fourth quarter. Really, obviously, you see the scoreboard there. We really exploded there and been very dominant in the last quarter there. And hopefully we can have that same showing here again. 210, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 1 sack. Richardson, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 3 sacks on him. He only had 184 yards passing in that game. We did a great job there. If I'm not mistaken, I think we did a great job there against him defensively, but offensively on the run, 5 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. So he was still able to do something with his abilities, mainly with his legs. And so that's something that we're going to have to watch out for coming up in this next game against them. And, of course, obviously, Trevor had a good game there. 4 carries, 14 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. So still outperformed Richardson, even though, Richardson did. I think Richardson, he's by far the better player than I have to admit. He's by far a better player, quarterback, than Lawrence is. But in the real world, I see that. But here in Madden so far this season, Trevor's been showing out, going out there playing pretty good games. Had some nice games here. He hasn't threw too many interceptions as late, with the exception of these last 2 episodes here. The last 2 games, this game, the game that we just seen against the Titans, and of course the previous game against the Raiders, he's been kind of quiet for throwing the interceptions. Been seeing more touchdown passes, and hopefully that will be something that we'll see. We'll hopefully get better. He'll get more better at it once we get in the postseason and playing against some other good teams here. Hopefully our offense will get things really kicking high gear, and we won't have to worry about interceptions. But there you see the numbers here for the first game there. So I think in this game here, I feel like it's, obviously it's going to be it's a divisional game. And of course you're going to have issues because, the 2 teams know each other pretty well here. So you got to kind of try to change up some things here and there. But for the most part here, I think we should be good. And if we can come out here with the same mentality that we did last time we played against them, we have the win. So as you see here, we're talking about Thomas's great performance so far this season, what he's done here. And we kind of want to focus on that here in today's game. So that's kind of our main focus, is trying to get Brian Thomas some more chances to get some more catches here today. And of course, obviously, get the win, but have him being the person we get him most involved in. Anthony Richardson, of course, excuse me. Anthony Richardson last time, 79 overall. He was the main focus for us for our defense to really try to control here. So we're gonna have the game plan around him. Make sure we don't get him. Don't let him in the pocket too comfortable. But at the same time, if we are gonna flush him out of the pocket and he's gonna be running, we got to make sure we have guys there to stop him. So we got to make sure we play very well. Justin Simmons there, one of their top safeties. We'll have to excuse me, watch him as well as if we're going to be throwing the ball there. 8-year guy from Boston College, superstar dev. Obviously, he's got the talent there. He's been there for quite a while now, and we'll just have to make sure he's fifth in the free safety position there in the NFL. So when it comes to that, yeah, we definitely gonna make sure we keep a close eye on him. No interceptions, but he has 45 tackles and 1 TFL this season. So let's not let this be the game where he gets multiple interceptions. Jonathan Taylor, of course, he's gonna be a different maker as well. He's been kind of quiet this season. He has been rushing big numbers like he did in the first 2 years of his career. But he is close to 1,000 yards this season, and he will definitely run that one into us and walk in dry. As well as Buckner, the defensive tackle there. He's got great skills there. He definitely can be a problem solver when it comes to stopping the running game against us. So we'll definitely try to make sure we can kind of get away from him. 8-year guy from Oregon. He is definitely, by far, in real life, one of my favorite players for the Colts. And we'll definitely have to make some adjustments there on the line if we're going to try to run the football there with Johnson, which has been an issue for us because our offensive line has let guys like Buckner penetrate the offensive line and get to the backfield there. So as you see, we've got some upgrades here. Of course, that man right there, Christian Kirk's going to be out for another 2 weeks, as he's still dealing with his collarbone issue. But we got Walker here helping us out defensively, Jones as well. So we got some guys that got some extra points here with nice upgrades as well. Doing a great job here in training this week. As we'll take a look here at their injuries. Hall's going to be out for ruptured disc for 2 weeks, and of course Scott's going to be out for that Achilles tear. He's out for pretty much for the rest of the season. Both guys are out for the season now because Colts really not going to go anywhere. As we see Gabe Davis there, he could have 1,000 yards here in today's game if we can get the ball to him on a somewhat regular basis here. But I think, like I said, we're going to be focusing kind of on what Brian Thomas Jr. can do because. Like I said, he's our future, and we definitely feel like he can make a huge impact for us here in today's game, as we are here in downtown Indy for this matchup. So this should be a good AFC South matchup. And of course, we are pretty much locked in here for the division, as we are, of course, got the first round bye. We already locked in our division from previous game. So let's see what we can do here now. Obviously, if we're running up the score here in today's game, we'll definitely pull some guys and try to win this game with a lot of our second string, maybe even our third string guys. But if the game happens to be close, obviously, we'll keep the Trevor Lawrence in and them guys as best we can here. Hopefully, we don't have any more serious injuries. But we'll see. Play by ear. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Colts as they run this one out of the backfield there. And that's a nice little run there from Taylor as they're able to stop him. He only gets a yard on that play. Indy, of course, I believe they're in second place right now. They have 8-5 record. And they've had a little bit of a roller coaster season. You see Downs gets a nice catch. That's going to be another first down here for the Colts. But, Richardson, he's definitely him and Richardson and Taylor have been a really huge difference maker for us, or at least for the Colts here in real life. I've enjoyed watching them play. And, of course, in this series, it's kind of tough to have to play against them. It's Jacksonville. Could have went with the Colts, but we decided to go with Jacksonville, making it a little bit of a challenge. But nonetheless, here Richardson doing a great job with them so far here, and he's been, like I said, at least in this Madden series, with Jacksonville. He's been playing pretty well. He played well against us last time. Of course, we were, our defense was swarming around and not letting him really do too much here. You see him making a nice run here and makes a nice carry for a huge first down. That's a gain of about 12 on that play, as he uses his legs that time around, trying to extend that play even more so, as he just really did not have anybody down the field there to throw to, so he decides to go ahead and run it. And that's going to get a huge first down here for the Colts. Ball on the 47-yard line here, 1st and 10 here for the Colts. As we'll see a handoff or a play action here. And Richardson's going to get called here. He's going to call his own number, but he's going to be quickly slowed down there. But that is by Armstead. Nice stop there from Armstead, as he's able to get a loss of 3 on the play on the quarterback there on that sack. So now 2nd and 13 coming up here. And just like in last game here in this episode here today, we'll show the first quarter, and then, of course, we'll zip through the second and the third quarters to get to the fourth quarter and kind of see the fourth quarter, how this is going to turn out to be in this game. As Campbell making the play there on Taylor there for a loss. 3rd and 10 coming up here, and Richardson now, he's going to run here. He's going to try to find the first down marker, but he is going to be short as he tries to extend that play a little bit more. And he's going to be stopped at the 47-yard line. It's going to be a 4th and 3, and, of course, they'll be forced to punt. As Trevor Lawrence now coming out here for the first time. 39 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. He could have a 40-touchdown season here. That will be a nice cherry on top here, as they actually punt us near our 2-yard line here. So let's try to see if we can get out of the backfield here for him. Oh, no. Okay, thank goodness. They stopped the play at the 1. Nice job there from Franklin. I could have swore that was going to be a safety. So now we're still underneath our own shadow of our own goalpost here. We got to try to run this one out here. A nice run here as Johnson breaks this one off here. He is going down the field. He is not going to not looking back at all, and gets all the way down to the 49. What a play there from him. Trevor loves it. Coach TJ Bonds loves it. And I'm sure people back in Jacksonville are just going crazy. That was a great run. So now let's see what we can do here. Got a little space now here we can do a lot more with. As we'll see a 1st and 10 here. Handoff to Johnson once again. And again, he makes another great carry for a few yards on that play. 2nd and 5. As long as he's getting some positive yards, that's all that matters, really. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Lawrence here drops back. That's going to be a pass up the middle. That's going to go to Ingram, as Ingram will be at the 38-yard line of the Colts, and that'll be another 1st and 10. About 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. No score just yet. Still tied 0 apiece. As we'll see a drop back here from Lawrence. Lawrence here throws this one up there. That's going to go to Johnson. Johnson's going to get the reception. He's going to get the first down and more, as he's pushed out there at the near the 23-yard line for 1st and 10. As Indy fans, and of course Indy's getting a little upset now here. They had us against our own wall, but now we're starting to take over and get down the field here quickly. As Johnson, we'll see here. No, a pass there. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be dropped. Dang it. I thought that was going to be a catch there, but it's going to be a drop. I believe it looked like it was going to be Gabe Davis. I could be wrong. So now we'll see a 2nd and 10 coming up here. Ball on the 23. Pass there. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be a reception. And that is going to be Jones on the catch, as he'll now see a 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 coming up here. Chances to get a touchdown here, but if worst case scenario, 3 points, so we can settle for that. Lawrence here throws this one up there. That's going to be a first down and more, as Gabe Davis gets the catch. Now that's a new set of downs here for the Colts, as there's 3:52 left here in the first quarter. Coach TJ Bonds likes what he's seeing from his squad so far here, but he would love to see them in the end zone. 1st and 10. Ball the 12-yard line. Pass there. That's going to go to Thomas Jr. And as he gets pushed out at the 6, or near the 5, actually. We'll see now 2nd and 5 coming up. Lawrence here Drops back here, throws this one in the back of the end zone there. To be honest, Lawrence should have just ran that one, but he throws it away. So now 3rd and 5 here. I know Coach Bonds, he's probably beside himself like, you should just ran it. Pass this one to the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown. Jacksonville on the board. First one's on the board here today. That is going to be Brandon Strange. Touchdown there, or Brendan Strange, I should say. Touchdown for Jacksonville, and Jacksonville gets the first 6 points of the day. Nice drive there. Nice job there. Finish that one here. And now we'll see if the Colts will retaliate here and try to come back with their own score of their own here. As we checked out the extra point here. The extra point is up. And they say the extra point is good. 7-0 here with 11 plays, 89 yards. That was a great drive there, especially that big run there. It was what, a 40, I want to say it was like a 40, 45 yard run from Johnson. 1st and 10, ball in the 29 or 27 yard line. And Taylor now trying to do the same thing as he busts out a nice run. As he'll get a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up here with 2:30 left here in the first quarter. Ball on their own 35-yard line. Richardson here drops back, play action, finds a receiver, and is able to get this one there for a first down. That is Woods on the catch, and that's going to put him now at the 46. So Bears, or I should say Colts there at their own 46. And they get another first down here. That's going to be by Taylor as he gets another nice run there for a first down. 1st and 10 here as they're now creeping into Jacksonville territory now. As we'll see a run here and it's trying to stop Taylor in the backfield there. And the defense does a great job as now Kelly is hurt on the ground. And it's going to be an injury timeout. And that's going to take him off the field as he's starting to limp there. Hopefully not too serious, but nonetheless, it's going to be a new man up on here in the line here for the Colts. Colts now looking at a 2nd and 12 on Jacksonville 41. Pass here. They almost got, Richardson almost got taken out there by that defender coming off his blind side there, but he's able to get rid of the ball. Woods able to get the catch, and that's going to be a first down. 1st and 10 here for the Colts, as now they're on our 29-yard line. As Richardson here drops back in the pocket here. He's trying to give himself enough room. Finds Taylor, and Taylor's going to get the catch as he comes out of the backfield there and gets a nice reception there for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up. As we'll see a handoff here to Taylor. Taylor gets to the first down marker, and it's going to be told he's got the first. As we have another injury here, and it's another Colt who has to come off the field here, and looks like it's going to be Taylor there on that one. We'll see now. 1st and 10. Richardson now getting his number called, and he's going to run this one, but he is going to be just getting 3 on that play, as he was looking for a lot more there, and that's going to be it for the first quarter. Colts trail by 7 after that big run there from Jacksonville. That helped us in that drive there. And that, of course, led to 7 points. We'll try to see if we can do the same thing coming up on our next drive as we go back here and see the finished drive here of the Colts. And the Colts are able to get into the end zone. Touchdown there for them as they're able to find a way into the end zone. Now tied up 7-all with 10:30 left. So just doing some simming here of the second quarter like I mentioned earlier before, like we did in the previous game there with the Titans. We're going to do the same thing here in this one. And, of course, also sim the third quarter as well and jump into the fourth quarter and see how things go. And so far, the Colts here looking like they're moving the ball here very well. As they look like they're able to score again. They do so as Josh Downs gets a second touchdown the pass of the game for the Colts. So they lead us now 14-7. So Colts starting to fight back here. And our Jaguars, of course, defense, I don't know where you guys are at, but you need to wake up. We cannot be like this game. As we'll see Trevor Lawrence now here trying to get something going, but cannot as the drive is going to stall. And we're not able to score any points. So I will see what they'll do as they're deep. Colts are deep in their own side of the field. And Richardson, or I should say, Richardson and Michael Thomas. You see there, nice pass there for him. Trey Sermon gets a nice, well, he tries to get a catch there, but he penalty there. And then, of course, Richardson trying to find other players here like Downs. And, of course, Taylor helping out as well. As this drive looks like it's pretty good here so far. Could possibly lead to another touchdown here. But a penalty. Oh, a nice interception there for us. Great job. So we're able to get the ball back. And we're getting close to halftime here. As we could try to possibly score here and try to tie this up before the half. But the drive stalls. And we have to be forced to punt. So now we'll see what Colts can do here on this next one, as they cannot do much there, and that's how the half is going to end. 14-7 as we go to the half. We start the third quarter, and we'll see what we can try to do here in the third quarter. We definitely need a good drive here in this first start of the quarter, as we end up stalling there. So we're forced to have to punt the ball back to the Colts, and somehow we get an interception for a touchdown by Wingman, as he is able to tie it up 14-all. So nice job there. Defense starting to wake up here. Start scoring points for us. As now we'll see the Colts now with the football here. And, of course, the Colts team is probably wondering, man, what is going on with this Jaguars defense here? As we continue to sim. And about 5:18 left here in the third quarter. And looks like we could be scoring here again. As we throw the Ingram now twice. Play being knocked down there by Ronnie Harrison Jr. Johnson trying to make a run there. Johnson makes another 5-yard run. Makes a 2nd and 5. You'll see here another reception. Nice. Getting that one in the red zone here. And then we scored a touchdown. Nice job. As it's now 21-14. 2:19 left here in the third quarter. We have a 7-point lead here. Hopefully we can hold on to it, as we still got quite a bit of football left. And of course, like I said, we're going to jump into the fourth quarter, see how these teams do here in the final quarter. See a couple drives out of both of them, as we'll do so right here. 4th and 4 coming up here. Colts will have to punt the football, and they'll punt this one here, and this one will be out of bounds at the 22. So Trevor Lawrence, there you see, projected MVP participant. He's in second place right now. Somehow Patrick Mahomes got out of nowhere and is now in first place. But okay, whatever. Hand off here to Johnson as he gets a carry. He's got 11 carries for 76 yards for the game. And he gets another 5 yards on that play. Put him at a 2nd and 5. Ball the 23-yard line. And hand off again to Johnson. This time Johnson tried to go through that inner outside but inside hole, and that hole gets closed up real quick as defense able to swarm right up on him there, shutting it down. 3rd and 4 coming up. We'll see what Trevor Lawrence is trying to do here. He's going to drop back, and he's got to get rid of the football there. That ball's going to be fumbled. And no one's recovered until the Colts did. And the Colts recovered it on our 8-yard line. What a play. Oh, Trevor, come on. This is not the time to be fumbling the football here in this situation, especially this close to the red zone here for them. As you got to be able to get rid of that football. I don't care if you throw it away and throw it, into the 5th row. Just get rid of it, and we could punt it and put them back deep in their own territory here. So now, Indy could possibly score here on this play, and they are going to do so. There as Downs gets the catch, and that is a touchdown for the Colts off that one play. Actually, that's Michael Pittman who gets the catch there, and they now going to tie this up now 21-all here. Early on here in the fourth quarter. This is not what we are looking for right now. Putting more pressure on our defense here in this situation. So they're going to go ahead and kick a field goal here. And they're not going to be like the Raiders and try to go for 2 here. At least not yet. So you see 1 play for 8 yards, 3 seconds off the clock. As we're now tied 21 all. As you see the pass leading us here, that of course, Trevor Lawrence 4,436. Right now has a nice lead over Patrick Mahomes here this season. Ball on the 27-yard line here, 1st and 10 for the Colts, or for the Jags, I should say. And oh, look at this! Oh, look at this! They had no chance against Gabe. Gabe going down the field here, and that's going to be a touchdown. Jacksonville on the board here. Gabe Davis, big play there. What a play there for him. Let's look at this. Quick, like a little bit of an RPO pass. And then he just goes right between the defenders here. They try to gather him up, but they couldn't. As he finds his way into the end zone there. Touchdown. That's the type of play I'm looking for here in the 4th quarter. Those 1-play, big game plays that we need. As we take back the lead here now. It's now 28-21. 1 play, 73 yards. That's what I was saying. I knew it was about a 75-yard run or play there. So big play there. As there's about less than 9.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Colts get the ball back here on their own 27. They'll hand this one off there to Sermon, as he is now going to become in the game here. I believe Taylor is going to be out for the rest of the game. So Taylor's not going to be back in this game here. So Richardson is going to have to utilize his second string halfback. As we'll see a pass there to Wood. As he'll get this one at the 43. A gain of 5 on the reception. Makes it now 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up. As we see a handoff here. This is going to be a run. And that's just going to be short of the 1st down. Still 3rd and 4 now here. They can try to convert here for the 1st. Got to get this one near the 50. Richardson throws this one here. That ball's gonna be caught, but there is a flag on the play here. We'll see this is on, and that's what I thought it was gonna be. I figured that's what that play was. It was gonna be a roughing the passer there, and of course, of all people, Walker. 15-yard penalty, 1st down here for the Colts. Not what we need. As Richardson now drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That is gonna be caught. And that's going to be a 1st down here for the Colts. As the Colts are definitely going strong here on this drive. Putting themselves at the 20-yard line of the Jags. And that's going to be a quick pass there on that slant. As the receiver is able to hold on to it for just short of the 1st down there. For a gain of 9 on that play. Richardson again throws this one up there. That's going to be broken up. Great job there from Tyson Campbell, who breaks that one up there, and that's going to be now a 3rd and 1. So we're looking for one more play like that to help us out here and force them to take 3. Richardson here now drops back here. He is scrambling. No, guys, keep an eye on Richardson in the red zone here. Touchdown, Colts. Anthony Richardson finds his way into the end zone there. Touchdown, Colts. Again, why is nobody? We've seen this before in the last game. You cannot let him run. You gotta cover your. You gotta do. In a lot of ways, you gotta flush him out. You cannot let him. If we cover all his guys, the next thing he's gonna do is run. And if we don't have a spy on him, we gotta flush him out quickly. So, that was brutal. But nonetheless, here we'll back out here. Again, try to see if we can come up with a drive here. 6:32 left, tie 28 all. As we'll see, pass here from our guy. As we'll see what we can try to do on this play, and we only get 2 on that play. 2nd and 8. Richardson, or Lawrence here throws this one. A flag's gonna be called here. The play was complete. The catch was completed, but it's going to be on the defense here on the Colts. It's going to be on Lato, as that's a 15-yard penalty. It's going to put us at midfield for the 1st and 10. So we get a free play there, as we get a nice opportunity here now to get some good field position. And that's going to be at the 41. Lawrence here trying to fire up the offense as he is trying to get back this lead here. We've already seen, what, 2 or 3 lead changes now. 2nd and 3 coming up. Pass there. That's going to be completed there by Gabe Davis as he gets this one. And, of course, he's had a nice day as well. 5 catches, 101 yards, and, of course, a touchdown. We'll see what he can do here under 5 minutes. 1st and 10. Ball to 32. Man in motion. Quick pass there. That's going to be tossed and thrown, and receiver's going to be pulled out of bounds. That's going to be a 2nd and 6 now coming up. So 2nd and 6, ball at the 28-yard line. As the Jaguars here have a man in motion. And pass up the middle there. That's going to go. That's going to be a reception. That's going to be Jones who gets the catch, helps us out there on that pass. Colts really trying to do their best to penetrate that offensive line here, but so far not working in their favor. As we'll see, Johnson here fights his way, trying to get to that first down marker, but he is going to get only 6 on that carry. So now 2nd and 4. Ball placed at the Colts 12-yard line here. Drop back here. Quick pass up the middle there. That's going to be a reception there by Brian Thomas, who's going to be pulled there, stopped at the 1-yard line. So not really able to get the ball across the plane, but we'll see what they'll try to do here on this 1st and goal. Ball on the 1-yard line. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson moves up the middle, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As Johnson finds the end zone here. Nice job there as they run this one. And just a great job there running that one right up the middle there. Of course, you know the middle is going to be pretty well covered there, but this time we're able to get there and able to sneak him right through. 35-28. 3:07 left here in this one. This has been a back and forth battle, but hopefully our Jaguar team can make a stop here. Richardson, 1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. Richardson throws this one there. That's going to go up, and that's going to be a reception for a gain of 6. And it looks like Armstead has to come off the field here as he's grabbing his wrist, and then we really need him. We cannot be losing him at all. 2nd and 4 coming up here, ball on the 32. As Richardson drops back in the pocket, Richardson gets hit as he throws the football there. That football is going to be completed, and that is going to be a 1st down here for the Colts. As the receiver is able to hold on to it. Richardson now dropping back here on this 1st and 10. Pass there, that's going to be caught, and that is going to be a reception there as Pittman Jr. able to get the catch, and that's going to be a 2nd and 2. Gets the guys up on the line here quickly. 2-minute warning about to be busted here as it is going to be whistled, and they will get the 2-minute warning. So 35-28 here. We'll see what the Colts can try to do. 2nd and 2 coming up here. Richardson here drops back in the pocket. Throws a quick dump pass there to Pittman Jr., who gets the catch, and that's going to be a 1st down as they're able to move the chains. They are definitely going to have to step up here on defense here. We got to make some kind of defensive play as Richardson now going to run this one here. Come on, guys, make a stop here. Don't just stare at him. Got to get to him. Got to penetrate that offensive line. We got to rip and tear through there. Make a play on Richardson. Get him uncomfortable. So, yeah. Oh, good pass there. And a great catch. Nice job there. 1st down here for the Colts as they're able to get that catch. Nice job. As we'll see now, ball on the 13-yard line. Pittman again gets his number called. And that's going to be another catch, another successful catch for him as they move the ball up the field. Ball's now at the 6-yard line here, 2nd and 4. 50 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Richardson, oh no. Oh, guys, come on. I seen that coming. I would have called a spy on him there. Forcing the ball. Jeez, that was just, there's like guys right there. Like, just make a play. He passed the line of scrimmage. He can't throw the ball. He has no choice but to run now. So they tie it back up here now, 35-all. 42 seconds left here. Let's see if Trevor can make a good offensive drive here to finish this off here and try to leave not too much time left on the clock here. We have all 3 timeouts here. So if we can at least get in field goal range with 42 seconds left here, that will be a big game saver for us. 35-all here as we have 42 seconds left. Ball at the 20-yard line. Oh, great pass there. As we're able to find the receiver, that is going to be Jones, who gets the catch for the first. So now, we'll see here, 38 seconds left. As Jacksonville did call their first timeout. Jacksonville throws this one up there again. Jacksonville's going to call another timeout, but wait a minute. There is a lineman in the backfield there. He is down, and that's going to force us, hopefully, to not use a timeout. I think we are out of timeouts. Yes. No, we have 1 timeout remaining. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. 33 seconds left here. Ball on the 33-yard line. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson here trying to get them in the least position here to maybe possibly kick a field goal here. So 25 seconds left here. Oh, God. Call a timeout. Coach Bonds, call a timeout here. Call a timeout. Not what we need right now, and I think... yeah, we screwed up big time. What was the play call on that? Come on, there's that much time left. We have field goal position here. We could have kicked a field goal and to tie it, or at least at least take a field goal attempt to just try. But now we're gonna be forced to go into overtime here now. So, of course, overtime rules. You know what the rules are. Both teams will at least get a chance to score. But if the receiving team scores first, the ball game is over. So, but of course, if they kick a field goal, in this case, if the Jaguars kick a field goal, then the Colts get at least a chance to get a touchdown and try to win the game. But if we kick this one back and run it back up to them, then the game is over with. As we'll see the kick here, and we'll see what Jacksonville is going to do here as they get this ball at their own 27. And it'll be a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 coming up here is Johnson there. Of course, I don't know. They should have did a better job of setting the ball. I think we should have set the ball more to the left hash than the right hash, or at least up the middle. But that was just bad play calling there. I don't know what Coach Bonds was thinking there, but he should have called a timeout to get the field goal unit out there. So 1st and 10 here. Play action here. This ball's going to be thrown up there. That's going to be a great catch to Gabe Davis, who gets a huge first down. 1st and 10 at the 46. As you're in Colts territory here. Look at this. Just rifles this one right down down the seams there. Right down the hash mark there. Beautiful play there. Nice catch. First down. Ball at the 46, 1st and 10 here for the Jacksonville Jaguars again. Lawrence here throws this one up. That's going to be thrown to receiver. That is Ingram, who is going to get this one there at the 39. So now 2nd and 3 coming up. We'll see Lawrence here drops back again. Lawrence here got to do something with it. You can't hold on to it, and he's going to get sacked. As that is pay there on the tackle. They get him in the backfield there, and that's going to be a loss there. Loss of a yard there. 3rd and 11 coming up. We'll see now, and Johnson here runs this one there, and that's going to put us at the 43. As now we got to make a choice here. Do we go for it, or do we kick a field goal? And instead, we're going to punt the ball, so we're going to rely on our defense here to help us out. I guess that's a decent thing to do because the defense has been pretty electric here in situations like this season. They have helped us out scoring, getting defensive scores there. So we'll see if they can do so here in this one. 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Richardson hands off to the Sermon there. Sermon's going to get tackled there, and he's going to get knocked back for a loss. As that's going to be or he's going to get tackled for. He's going to get the first down there. Actually, getting tackled. I don't know why I say tackle for a loss there, but he gets a nice gain there, about 10. Actually, go ahead and give him 10 there. Richardson now throws this one there. Quick pass. That's going to be completed. That's going to be a gain of 2 on the play. As Woods had the reception. Hines Allen there making the tackle. 2nd and 8 coming up. The ball on 34-yard line. As Richardson here now scrambles here, and he's going to get taken down. Nice sack there as we make a nice play there. It's Hines Allen now making the play on the quarterback there. As Richardson not liking that at all. So Richardson now can redeem himself here on a 3rd and 15. 4 minutes left here in overtime. Richardson here drops back in the pocket. That's going to be drilled. Great pass, and the receiver will hold on to it. As that was a great catch. But there is an injury timeout, and that's going to be on Downs, who got that catch. And he'll have to go to the locker room there and find out what's wrong with him. 1st and 10 coming up here for Indy. Yes, now we'll see Richardson here call his own number instead. And Richardson making a nice run here as he gets about a gain of 22 on that play. That's going to be a huge first down for the Colts. As now the Colts are in field goal range. So whenever they want to here now, they could get in field. They can kick a field goal. I'm sure they're going to try to do their best to get as close as they possibly can. So 1st and 10 now coming up. Richardson throws a quick pass there, gets that one to the receiver, and that's going to be a 8-yard gain on that reception. Put him at a 2nd and 2 on the 26-yard line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars need to make a play, and they cannot do it. That is a great catch there. Can't get upset up about that at all. As now Jacksonville here. Defense needs to step up anytime now. Someone can make a play here, please. Richardson drops back here, throws this one there. That's going to be a pass there, and that's going to be a completed pass. And that's going to be a completed pass for a gain of 6. Jacksonville taking their time here. 2-minute warning coming up here in the overtime. And, of course, if overtime, nobody wins, it obviously will be a draw. Both teams do not want to draw at all to finish the season here. They want to win. As Richardson here calls his own number here. Richardson going in there. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. He does get enough for the first down, but does not score the touchdown here. So now we'll see what they'll do so here in this one. As a 1st and goal coming up. Hand off there to Sermon. Sermon's going to be stopped at the 1. And the defense, at any time now, you guys can make a play here and get the ball back for us, as there's a timeout being called by the Colts. Colts here, of course, they can, at some point here, I would think, I wouldn't take any more chances here. I would just kick the field goal and be done with it. As there's a minute 17 left here. Richardson trying to run this one. And they look like they were trying to strip that ball from him. And they get a stop. It's going to be the ball down place at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal coming up here. Under a minute left here, as we'll see the big boys up on the line. And they're going to stop Sermon in the backfield there, as we'll see a 4th and goal coming up here. So now with 35 seconds left here, both teams have one timeout remaining. Or at least Colts do have one timeout remaining. They need to call a timeout, get the field goal unit out there to make a play. And timeout's being called there by Jacksonville, as Coach Bonds is going to try to freeze a kicker. And, of course, have the kicker have some second thoughts about this kick. So now, tied up 35 all with 18 seconds left here. Ball on the 6-yard line. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And Indy is going to walk away with the win. 38-35 is your final, as Indy avoids getting beat twice in a row this season, as we split the series with them 1 game apiece. So they're the only survivor that really survives against us here in this division, as they're able to get the win. So nice job there for Indy. Can't get mad at them at all. This is overall, this is a really fun, exciting game to watch. But of course, obviously, we want to win. But we made some bad calls there. I still say that we should have called a timeout. The timeout should have been called. Field goal unit should have been out there to kick the field goal. and win the game. In some ways, I feel like I should have jumped in there and said, "Hey, no, timeout, timeout, timeout." But then again, I'm only supposed to be I'm only supposed to be the owner / I am, I guess, coach in some ways there. I should have called. I guess I could have, but at the same time, I guess because of, trying to tell the story of this team and about this game, another piece of me is like, no, do not call the timeout. do not cheat. But yeah, I was so tempted to hit the timeout button. Like, no, I want to hit it, but I would have thought the game would have made a better decision than it did. So 24-32, 205 there. 75% passes were completed, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Johnson 17 of 91, 1 touchdown for him. Receiving wise, Ingram 7 of 59, a touchdown. Davis 6 for 128, a touchdown. And Strange 1 for 6 and a touchdown for him. Oh man, it was a tough day. It was really this is a tough game, but not the way you want to go. The momentum we had, winning last 3 or 4 games there before we got to this game here. On a momentum, the momentum was on our side, and now a loss going into the playoffs. Like, we could have did better. We beat them last time, but yeah, just bad gameplay. So that being said, this is a good season. We had a lot of fun, and now the question is, now the real fun's going to come, and the real work's going to be coming up here pretty soon when we get to the playoffs. It's what do? We got to do a better job here, especially got to stay healthy. At least we get a week off, so that should be helpful for some guys there that are dinged up. But for the most part here, we just got to be really focused, and defense got to really get in there and help us out here. Offense needs to be able to make solid drives and get down the field. Richardson 31-38 for today, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for him. Trey Sermon 15 of 35. Richardson 13 of 89. Wow. And 2 rushing touchdowns for him. Like I said, we should have had better eyes on him. That was just god-awful, horrible defense there, especially in the red zone. It's like, come on, it's the red zone. He's going to run. Like, he is going to run. I don't know why we didn't have a spy out there watching him. Because we did a great job of, keeping all his guys. We got him to do what we wanted to do, but we didn't have nothing out there to spy him on. Kind of like, hey, don't move because I'm right here. I'm watching you the whole time, and just get him to, get sacked or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, it was bad. Those last 2 that he scored, I'm like, oh, like that. We don't need to give up touchdowns like that here. And it seemed like the last 5 minutes of that fourth quarter was just going by too slow. It's like, what is going on? But nonetheless, here, take a look at the rest of the numbers there for the Colts. Like I said, this was actually a really fun game to watch. And like I said, I'm still tempted to, I want to hit that timeout button so bad, but it's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Not fun. Not fair for them. But as we take a look here, look at the standings around the league. Bengals obviously going to take the division there in the AFC North. Ravens and Steelers both get a wild card appearance. Browns, of course, nowhere to be found. They'll always next year. Jags 15-2. We end the season. Colts and the Titans both in 9-8. And then of course the Jets in the season at 11-6. There in the East. In the AFC West, the Chiefs obviously get that one, 15-2. Broncos 10-7. But I think head-to-head, we beat Kansas City, so we get the first round bye because we did beat Kansas City head-to-head. And then Vikings, Lions, and Bears are not going nowhere, but Packers are 10-7. Saints are going to, of course, get the division, and they'll be in the playoffs as well, and Panthers as well 8-9 there in the NFC South. Bucks and Falcons, I believe, are in the bottom there. And then in the NFC East, Eagles 15-2, 11-6 Cowboys. How about those Cowboys? And the Commanders, Commanders 8-6, or excuse me, 8-9. 49ers win the NFC West 10-7. Rams and Cardinals 6-11, and of course the Seahawks 5-12. Wow. So here's your playoff bracket here right now. This is official. The Steelers will have to go to Kansas City. The Bengals will host the Baltimore Ravens, and the Jets will host the Broncos. On the other side, Green Bay will host the Commanders. 49ers will host the Panthers, and of course Dallas will have to go to New Orleans. So as we take a look here, as we wrap up the regular season, we end this season at 15-2. And you see our overall is an 86 overall, 88 offense, and an 86 defense. Yes, we are looking good right now. I like what we're seeing with our squad here. And of course, we got a lot of storyline messages coming up here in the next episode. We'll see how those go. I think we've met some of our goals here. I think we may come up short in some others, but for the most part here, we're in the playoffs. We have the first round bye, and now we just have to find out what's going on in the wild card. So the next episode, you guys, you will see the wild card. We'll check out the stats, look at the teams, see who moved on and who's going to be in the divisional round, and then we will see who will be our divisional round opponent coming up. And of course, we'll showcase that game in its entirety coming up in that next episode. So stay tuned for episode number 10 as we get into the postseason here with the Jacksonville Jaguars here on Mission Recondition. Jacksonville Jaguars franchise on the prowl. So again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, or of course joined the series, I greatly appreciate you guys so much for the support. Of course, continue showing that support. Share the video, let others know, and of course share the channel as well here on ESGNet. Plus, as well over on the main channel, check out my Chicago Bears series that we're having fun over there with as well. There on ESGNet. So there, I'll leave a link down below in the description, of course, up in the eye as well. But again, thank you guys so much for supporting the series as we're in the new year now, and let's keep it going. We'll see what we can do with the Jacksonville coming up here very, very soon. As always, guys, keep yourselves together healthy, and stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, I'll see you guys next time.